Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I wanted to sit and chat about some clothes, particularly some Sezane new collection clothes. I feel like it's been a little while since I've done a more chatty casual video just about the things that I'm liking at the moment, what I think about the new Sezane pre-spring collection. My channel has moved away from a lot of Sezane content, which I know some of you will be sad about. Others I'm sure will understand. I want to diversify and talk about other things. But in this video I did want to talk about their pre-spring collection because it did recently launch quite early in the year, I would say, for spring. Still very much feels like a winter here. But I did actually like quite a few of the things, especially some of the more classic updates on their essential items that they've brought out recently and some very classic prints and designs. So I wanted to chat through those with you and tell you what I like, maybe give some recommendations of what I think is good from the brand and maybe what to avoid. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a like before you leave today. I'd really appreciate that, and do subscribe. If you aren't subscribed already, we recently hit 1,000 subscribers, which is really exciting, so thank you very much for anyone who is subscribed. Okay, I'm going to open my laptop. I've saved a few of the items on my laptop to talk about, some real standout pieces in my mind from the last couple of drops. I know it's the pre-spring collection, so we still have most of the spring-summer stuff yet to come, but as I said, I do really like a few of the bits and bobs that have dropped so far. The first thing that instantly caught my eye, and this only dropped a couple of days ago, this was the most recent Sunday drop as I'm filming this, was the new Leontine colourway, and that's the navy ecru version. So I had the ecru navy version, which is mostly ecru with the navy stripes, wore it to absolute death. Unfortunately, I did have to send that back to Sezane because it developed quite a few faults and holes through presumably no fault of my own. So they did give me a voucher to spend as a a sorry for that happening, but when I saw this new Leontine come out, I was like, oh, I actually think I like it better than the original one, the ecru navy. I think there's something about the navy background, it's a little bit different, it's a little bit less done. I've obviously got that new Leontine white and blue stripes jumper that is more white than blue, and I think you see that more often than the navy background with the white or ecru stripes. So I do really like it. I think I can imagine it with white jeans, lovely, like quite a nautical vibe, or white shorts on like a cool summer day. I really like it, and despite my Leontine getting really holey, I do actually vouch for the quality of the Leontine. I think it's 100% organic cotton. It is relatively easy to take care of. Mine was obviously just a bad one. I think it isn't representative of most people's experiences with the jumper. So with my voucher, I am very tempted to buy this one, which is kind of silly, like especially because I just bought my Leontine stripes jumper. But there's something about it. I think it's a good one. So if you haven't tried the Leontine yet and you've been looking at, I know they've brought out a couple of different colourways. They brought out an ecru and rosewood one, which I actually really didn't like. It's not my cup of tea, but this one definitely is. So this is definitely high on my wish list. I don't have many of these items on my wish list, they're just things that I like, but if I was to purchase anything from Sezane anytime soon, it would probably be this one. The next thing I saw, there was quite a lot of navy or blue that I really liked from this recent drop. They've brought out quite a lot of their classic designs in navy versions. So the Bettie Skirt, which I've always quite liked the look of, they recently brought out in a navy version, and I love the outfit that they styled this with. The white jumper, I'm not actually sure what this jumper is. Let me know what it is if you know down below, but I haven't really seen it too much on their website. I'm not sure of the exact style name. But the white jumper, the Bettie skirt, and the brown sandals and bag, I think it's outfit perfection. Yeah, I really like the styling of this one, and I don't know if it's just the styling that's swaying me to the skirt, because it's kind of a basic skirt, right? It's a mini skirt, button up at the front, in this navy colour, but I just think it is quite a classic design, and I think it's a little bit more versatile than a black skirt. I think often black skirts in that style look a bit work-y for me, and I don't often, I wouldn't buy them for that reason. But this navy one, there's something about it. Again, it's got that kind of nautical vibe to it, especially the way they've styled it. I do really like it. I know it's a little bit synthetic, so it's a mix of, I think it's wool and polyamide. Not a terrible mix. I think with a skirt like that, it's hard to make it 100% wool sometimes, just because you often need a little bit of stretch, particularly for if you've got a body shape like mine. I'm going to need a little bit of stretch so the waist can be smaller than the hip kind of leg area. So I don't brace it for the fact that it does have some synthetic fibres in it, and it's not what I'm going to buy, I don't think, just because a mini skirt doesn't really fit into my wardrobe. I wouldn't wear it all that often. I think if it's really hot in the summer, I'd reach for a mini dress or a pair of shorts, A skirt is quite tricky to wear sometimes. They often ride up, they're a bit too short, they're not super practical for walking in, especially if they're tight like that as opposed to flowy. So I don't think I would buy it, but the styling of it is immaculate and I do really like it. And if mini skirts are your thing, I think it is a good one. The last navy item that I saw that caught my eye was the Cloe Knit. This one I saw last year. It came out, I think, in a white and a yellow, maybe another colour. And I really love the shape and the silhouette of it. I love these kind of tight-fitting, almost like bodysuit type tops. They're not bodysuits, but they look like bodysuits. I think they can be really great for pairing with wide leg jeans or even straight leg jeans, something a bit looser on the bottom, when you want that kind of balance from an outfit. And I almost bought the white one last year and I think it went out of stock in the end, but this navy one is lovely as well. And the navy I think suits the scalloping quite well. You can see the scalloping, especially if you've got light skin like me. It will be, you know, higher contrast than the white one would be. So I do really like this one as well. I've not tried it on. I'm not sure how the sizing is. It does say to size up. I think I would size up in this one. I think I'd get an L, which is like a UK 12 as opposed to an M, because obviously they are quite tight, so you can kind of size up and it still be tight. Yeah, I really like the scalloped neckline. I'm not sure how low it would come. That's the only thing. Sometimes I find Sezane, when they do these lower necklines, they're a bit too low. So I don't know. I can't speak from experience, but I have seen it on other people and it does look super pretty. And again, I think quite versatile for the summer, but equally spring, autumn time. The colour doesn't make it too summery, which I quite like. And I really do like the look of it with white denim, which is what they've paired it with in the photos. I think the white denim, the gold jewellery, the big earrings, immaculate. So yeah, that's another firm favourite from me. I don't think I'll buy that one, but never say never. I think there are other things that I'd rather spend my money on at this stage, particularly as I'm not buying much this year. But, you know, if I had an endless budget, this would definitely be near the top of the list as well. I really like all of the polka dot stuff they've come out with recently as well. As you can see, I'm quite a fan of the black and white polka dot style, and they've come out with quite a few different things. So they've got like a shirt, they've got a couple of dresses. I think they might have 3 dresses, a blouse as well. The 2 I really like are the dresses. So the first dress I like is the Marguarita Dress. I think this is really beautiful. It's not the most wearable. I think it's more of an occasion wear piece or a summer holiday piece or a very hot summer's day piece. So again, it's not something that I would probably purchase just because of the wearability, and I would probably only wear it a handful of times a year, if that. But I do think it's stunning, and I think the shape of it, the way it falls at the bottom as well, almost like a waterfall finish, and then obviously the straps and the back detail is really beautiful. And I think the polka dots are just so simple. I think I'm kind of over a lot of the very floral, in-your-face Sezane designs. I think they look lovely on the website and how they're styled. Obviously the Sezane styling and the photography is dreamy and makes everything, you want everything. But in reality, a lot of the patterns in real life look a little bit dated, a little bit stuffy, sometimes a little bit too much, a little bit too ditzy or big florals, whereas polka dots are so timeless, and I think the black is really chic. So I do really like this dress. I think it's quite steep. It's 100% viscose, I think. Let me just check. Yeah, it's 100% viscose, which I don't hate. It's fine, especially in a dress. It's quite a nice material to like flow and drape well. But for £160 for that level of material, there's not that much material there. And it being viscose, I think that's steep. Like this shirt is 100% silk. This was from And Other Stories and it was quite a bit less than this. It was about £100. So yeah, if it was silk, then fair enough. But viscose, the prices are getting steeper and steeper, and I think they're getting slightly ridiculous at this point. But if you're looking for a really special dress, you know, it will be quite easy to look after being made of viscose. So, you know, I'm not saying I wouldn't buy it, and in a perfect world I probably would. Yeah, it is definitely a really nice design, and I just think it's something that is never going to date. It's never going to go out of style, the polka dots. You're never really going to get bored of it either, I find. I do get bored of the very in-your-face floral designs, whereas things like stripes, polka dots or block colours, just, they stay in my wardrobe for so long because they look good any year, really. So there's that one, and then the other polka dot dress that I liked as well was the Adele dress. So this is a slightly more wearable version. I think this is something that actually you could get a lot of wear out of. You could wear this to work. This is like, yeah, it's really versatile in the sense that it's very appropriate for work. It's short sleeved, but it's button up, it's midi length. So very appropriate for like a summer work dress, or equally for like a weekend, dressed down with trainers. You can wear this anywhere really, on holiday. I imagine it'd be nice and cool still, but not quite as strappy. So yeah, a little bit more easy to style day to day. And yeah, it's just as beautiful really. It's the same price. It's still 100% viscose, so I do think it's still quite steep. But at least you could wear this one in more different scenarios, I think. It's obviously not quite as like breathtakingly beautiful, but it's more practical. So it depends what you want, but I do really like both of these dresses. And if I didn't have this shirt, I'd probably have one of these on my wish list, but my, you know, desire for black and white polka dots is kind of satisfied by this shirt at the moment. They do have a couple of mini dresses in the polka dot style. I don't tend to go for Sezane minis, and I don't love the ones that they have, but if you are more of a mini dress wearer, they've got the Daphne dress, which I think is going to come up quite short, but it is a really pretty silhouette, or they've got the Nidden dress, which I don't love the neckline of, or the sleeve length or anything about it really, so I wouldn't go for that one personally, but it's nice that they have a few different silhouettes and options in a really nice classic design. In terms of florals, they've got a new floral design called Villa, and they've got that in quite a few different things, ranging from like dresses, tops, maybe even skirts. I'm not a fan of it. I don't really like, it's warm toned, so I immediately steer away from it, and also, like I said, it just looks a little bit granny-ish when it's not on a Sezane model. So obviously that's totally personal preference. Some people go mad for the Sezane florals, and I can see why, because no other brand does it quite like Sezane in my opinion with their designs. But yeah, it's not something that I would be looking to buy anytime soon. There is another dress that caught my attention that came out quite recently, and that is the Albane Dress. This is like a bodycon midi dress, and they do these quite regularly. They always have at least one or two on the website in slightly different colours or designs. This one caught my eye just because it's quite simple, but it is quite chic, and it's quite wearable as well. Because it's button up, it's got buttons all the way up the length of the dress. You can have it as open or as closed as you like. A lot of the time these bodycon like tight dresses from Sezane are very low cut, like I mentioned, and they're just not very wearable, but this one obviously you can decide how low cut you want it to be, which I really like. And I just really liked the scallop detailing on the ends of the sleeves and on the end of the dress where it cuts off at the leg as well. I think that is just a special touch that you wouldn't see at maybe And Other Stories or a similar kind of brands that might do a dress like this. Sezane add in those little details that make all the difference in my opinion. So yeah, I really like this one. I don't know how much I'd wear it because I'd only really wear something like this when it's warm, but then it's long sleeved, it's black. I'm not sure when I'd wear it. I don't think I'd wear it in the winter. Maybe I would. I think it's a little bit tight at the bottom to wear in the winter because I don't mind like a flowier midi dress or skirt in the winter with tights and boots, but something this tight, I'm not sure. But it is, I really like it. I'm actually tempted to order it and just try it on and see what it's like, just out of interest. It's £150. It's their classic Eco Vero, viscose and polyester blend. All of their tight stuff is made of that. It kind of has to be tight and form-fitting, so I'm not gonna judge it for that. £150. It's steep, but it's a Sezane price. That's how much they cost these days. So yeah, this one is high on my radar, I would say, because I don't own anything like it. You know, it's not a design or a pattern I already own. It's not even a style of dress I already own at all, and I would be interested to try it. So maybe in the next couple of months, that one will be coming home to me, but I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but wanted to talk about it in case you're interested as well. Getting more into like summer vibes, I really like the Ecru Rome shorts that they've just brought out. These are cotton polyamide blends, but they are 90% cotton, so they're almost all cotton. So that's kind of okay for me, and I do really like them. I know they've had Rome shorts in their collection for years. I'm not sure if they've had Ecru ones before. It would seem like they would have. It's quite an obvious colour, but I do really like these. I like the belt. I like that they look very high-waisted. I am kind of in the market for more shorts this year. I do really struggle to find shorts that fit me well. I don't know how these fit. If you know, let me know. Are they good for people who are more pear-shaped? I'm not sure. Or are they really short? Let me know the fit if you've tried them. But yeah, I am quite interested in them, but it's not something I would buy now. Like, they're bringing them out in February. You wouldn't wear white shorts with tights. Like, maybe if they were a blue denim or a black, you could wear them with tights in the winter, but it seems so early to be bringing out white shorts. I'm not going to be reaching for them until at least May. So they're not something I'm going to be buying anytime soon. The Irma shirt looks really pretty. It's a little bit too frilly for me, I think, because I tend to go for stuff that's a little bit more basic, but it is really pretty. I do really like it, and it's cotton, so that's really nice. That's another one that kind of stood out to me. What I would actually give a miss is the Maggy Cardigan. It is really nice, but I think you can find better. So it's £115, and it is, let me see the composition. Yeah, it's 70% organic cotton, 30% polyamide. That to me is just too high on the synthetics. I think you can easily find a 100% cotton in this design somewhere else for less than that price, if not the same price. So that's one I would personally give a miss. I think things like the Leontine, where it's 100% cotton, and it's also a design you don't really see elsewhere. The Leontine is so, it's so Sezane. If I see people wearing that, you know, you instantly know it's Sezane, whereas this looks very much like something you could find elsewhere, and Other Stories, Arquette, somewhere like that, for half the price and in a better material. So that is personally one I'd give a miss. I don't think it's that special. I don't think it's worth the price. I know people will like it though. The other new floral design they've brought out is called Sunflowers, and they've got this one again in loads of different things. Very warm toned. I mean, it is very spring, so I understand why they bring it out, but that's not something I would buy. It's just very, very ditzy, and I just think you have to be careful with patterns like that. But obviously on the Sezane models, it looks immaculate. Do you know what? There isn't too much else that catches my eye really. The one accessory that I liked the look of was the new Milo bag. So the Milo bag is classic, it's in their core collection, but they've brought it out in a, let me just find it, in a rattan, like woven and leather style, which I think is lovely. And if you watch my wish list video, you'll know that I am looking for a very summer appropriate bag. And one of the contenders for that was like a rattan wicker, what do they call it? Like a natural, what do they call it? Smooth heritage chocolate / natural. So yeah, it's like a woven material with the leather on the back and on the strap and on the clasp. I really like it. I love the shape of the Milo as well. I like that kind of, it's almost like those 90s, early 2000s bag, but because it's bigger, it's a little bit more timeless, I think. I've never tried a Sezane bag, I don't think. So I'm not sure on the quality. The price, £280, quite expensive, I think, especially because there's not actually that much leather on that bag. I don't know. I don't know if I'd buy it. Stay tuned. I think my preference these days with bags is to have very, very few, but very nice ones that I absolutely love. And so I think I'd almost rather wait even a whole year and save up for something like a Loewe puzzle bag or a Chloe bag that I'm going to fall in love with, rather than buying something like this that I do really love, but it's never going to hold a special place in my heart as something that I've wanted for years and years and years, and is so timeless and kind of cult as something like a Chloe or a Loewe bag. So yeah, but it is a nice one. It did catch my eye in like the promos, the Instagram shots. I was like, oh, that is nice. I think it's a little bit different as well. It's not a basket bag, or a lot of these woven bags come in like a bucket style, which I know Sezane do with the Faro bag, which are lovely, but you see them a lot. Whereas something in this more classic handbag shape, but in a woven material, is a little bit more unusual. A new shoe style they've brought out is the low Anouk Slingback, and they've brought this out in a few different colours. They've got a blue one, they've got a natural, like a white one almost, and a black. I want to love these, but I just don't think they'd be very flattering. I think the strap around the ankle, which kind of cuts you off on your foot, I think they look much better without that. If the strap around the back just kind of, if that's what held your foot in place rather than having that strap across the front, I think I would really like them. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of that front strap. And I always think Sezane shoes are just quite expensive for what they are. I would much rather go somewhere like Bobby's or like a specialty shoe company rather than buying Sezane's. I just don't think the quality represents the price always, but they are very pretty. I think if you've got like a very delicate, elegant foot and ankle, then you can get away with a strap like that, but I don't think personally I'd like the look of them on me. Oh, there was one thing actually, a pair of trousers. I think they're called the Loulou Trousers. Yeah, the Loulou Trousers. I really like the shape of these and the look of these. Again, I don't know if it's just the model and the styling, and she's got beautiful long legs, so they look lovely, but I do really like the cut of them. And I think if you're looking for a work trouser, they only come in black, which I think is a bit unfortunate because I wouldn't buy them for that reason. They just look too worky, and I'd want to wear them for like spring, summertime, so I'd want them in like a lighter colour probably. But the shape looks gorgeous. A very straight leg, slightly wide leg, high-waisted. I just think they look really, really nice. And they're not too bad for £140. They're 100% viscose, but at least they're slightly cheaper than the dresses that are viscose. And there is more material there in a pair of trousers. So yeah, I would be really intrigued for them to bring these out in different colours. So hopefully they do. A few more summery, lighter colours would be interesting, because I am looking for a pair of like flowy, wide leg, high-waisted trousers, and these could be an option if they were in a different colour. Again, I have no idea on the fit and what they're like. It says take your usual size, so I'd probably go for a 12, but I don't know, sometimes they're a little bit big on the waist if I do that. So again, if you have any experience with any of these items, let me know down below. Let me know down below what your favourites are from the pre-spring collection. Maybe I'll do another video when the spring and maybe the early summer collections have come out, so in like a couple of months, and we can talk about those as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Get chatting to me in the comments down below as always, and I will see you in my next one.